Yo, what it do, man? It's your guy Mailman, and we back in the building, baby. I hope y'all having a great day, great evening, great morning, great time, great place, great location. Everything is great for you and lining up properly. And I'll ask that if you like and enjoy this channel and we thinking outside of the box, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, follow your boy. Let's grow this channel. Let's get this thing popping, baby. We thinking outside of the box and in the box. We not cutting none out. We using every tool in the box, out the box, by the box, around the box. We're going to use it. That's what we do over here at the Mailman Show, baby. Let's jump into it. So I'm out here in Cartagena. I've been out here since December of 2025 and had me a good time. This is the longest I've ever stayed out of the country. This is my first time ever being out of the country this long, man. And I have learned a lot. I have grown a lot. And this has been an amazing experience for myself. I must say, I am grateful to be here in this lifetime, in this moment, and able to experience this from a kid, from a small corner of Mississippi, to be able to say, look where I'm at today. It is a blessing. But what we about to talk about is, are we our own worst enemies? I mean, I'm just asking a question. Are we our own worst enemy? Anytime you add liquor, weed, this new day crazy rap music, women, emotions just start to flare. I like Cartagena because before 2025, 26, you could come here and relax before they got all wild with the videos and everything. I didn't come before COVID, but I came right after it. And I like going out and enjoying myself because you didn't have a lot of the nonsense. You didn't run into big fights and brawls like that. And you ain't got to worry about gun violence. I like that. I like to be able to know that I can go out and have fun and be safe, and I'm going to make it back home safely. I'm going to make it home the way that I left my home. I like that. I don't know if it's boring and lame to y'all, but I would take that. I would take that boring and lame to make it back home safely, to be able to enjoy myself again and again and again. But now, man, they getting crazy. They getting crazy. They out here fighting. I don't even know what the fight was over. If it was over a woman, if it was because somebody stepped on somebody's shoe. I don't know, but it didn't have to go down. But they bring in the state's problems here, and they already putting a bad stigma on us enough. Then we want to go add to the stuff that they fabricate. So we make their fabrications and lies look real when we show out like that. Like, come on, man. You bringing the lie to life. They might go out and make up a problem, but they don't have to worry about nobody ever going to fact check some of the things, because an actual event is going to happen, and they're going to make that event and say, see, I told you. And they're going to take a real situation and scenario and apply it to a fake one. But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? It's the people that's going out there being a fool, coming out here to Cartagena, Dominican Republic, and all these other places doing buffoonery. Brazil. Come on, bro. It's like we have became our own worst problem. Fighting outside Delirium, bro. Like, for real. You can't blame nobody. You in a whole nother country now. You can't blame the white man for this. You can't blame this man for that. When you gonna take accountability for you? You the one that did it. You the one that was out there fighting, man. Let's look at this video right quick, y'all. Let's look at these videos. Look at these. I'll be recording late, but I just be like, man, let me get it. All right, here go the first video. Now, hold on. Let me see. Somebody holding. That's two men holding hands. That's two men men holding hands, bro. I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know the context of the situation, so I don't never want to paint the wrong picture on nobody. I don't want to paint the wrong picture. Maybe there's his homeboy. He could have been part of the problem, or he probably was talking and he wanted to get the homeboy up out of there and just tell him, come on, man, let this BS go. I don't know. But there's two men holding hands. We ain't going to paint a picture and say nothing because we don't know the facts behind it. We don't know the context. We know what the picture shows, but we don't know the context behind the picture. But I'm just saying, two guys. I would have put my partner and just been like, bro, come on with that BS, bro. I ain't pulling your hand. But again, don't know. We don't know what the situation at that moment. Man, you just trying to get your partner out there, chaos, don't know. So that's how we're going to paint it. So that's a little short one. I got one that's longer. Let's remove that one. Let's find this. You could just be having to load all the text. All right. Let's look at it. This girl can't even speak English. They can't even speak English. Come on, bro. Hold on, I got another one. There's another one in here. I got one more. Hold on, I got one more. Man, this crazy. You come all the way from whatever city, state, out of the country of the United States to come over here. And you want to throw hands because you probably got some liquor in your system. And weed and girl in front of you, whatever the case. I don't know the case. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know the full context behind the situation because I don't. I want the Mailman show. We're going to be 100% authentic and real with you. But I'm going to also give you my opinion. This shit could have been avoided. I don't care what you say. It could have been avoided. Somebody allowed something to get out of hand. I don't know who the person that started. I don't know who the person that finished it. But it could have been avoided. But then you want to come over here. I hear people say, oh, the police bothering us. Oh, they doing this too. You make it hard for me. I ain't even not doing none of the buffoonery. But you make it hard for me. When I say you, I'm talking about you, the people that does doing the stupidness, the buffoonery. You make it harder for me. And I ain't even doing that. But since they seen so many, they'll take a video like this. They'll see so many of them of this hue, this color. And they're just automatically associated with the next one that they see. Not even knowing me, not knowing my personality, not knowing who I am, whatever I stand for, what I got going on. Just this right here instantly gives them an idea in their mind of what it could be because of what they seen. You making it hard for me, my son, my friends that ain't doing nothing. They just want to have a good time. So again, are we our own worst enemies? We got to ask liquor, ego, no discipline, no household training. There's a predictable outcome. You already know. You bring animals to the goddamn zoo and let them out. Well, you bring animals out the cage from the zoo and let them run around. It's a predictable outcome. You can't say that every city is the problem. You can't say that every state is the problem. You can't say that every country is the problem. When are you going to look at yourself and say that you the problem? When you going to take that deep look in the mirror and say, now it's time for me to stop blaming and pointing them fingers. That one finger I'm pointing at everybody else and take these three that's pointing back at me, and I need to work on them. I need to fix me. I need to get this, and like them three that's coming back, them the ones that I need to focus on. They stronger than that one. But people ain't gonna see that. They ain't gonna look at it that way. They ain't gonna look at it that way. Sometimes the energy that we bring, we don't even realize. Well, some of us don't. Let me rephrase it. Sometimes some of us who bring that energy don't even realize that they're the problem. They say that women have a problem with accountability. I say people got a problem with accountability. A man, if you ain't got the same, you might have accountability with the things that you want the woman to hold accountability for, but you won't have accountability for the things that you need to be held accountable for. If you know you got a drinking problem, don't drink. If you know that your attitude, you're not able to control your emotions when you get weed and all this stuff in your system, leave it alone. But you ain't going to be held accountable for that. You're going to find an excuse. Oh, it's okay to drink, man. People just need to leave me alone when I'm drinking. Well, if people need to leave you alone when you're drinking, then maybe you should drink alone. That thought never crossed your mind? No, I want to go out in prison with those other people and have a good time. Well, if you can't go out there and act civilized, you don't need to be out there with them. It ain't no point you to be out there with civilized people and you're an uncivilized person. That's just common sense. Accountability is necessary for us all. We all have to hold ourselves accountable for our own actions. But a lot of people are not going to do it. A lot of people are not going to do it. Unfortunately, it's not. So I want to close this out. And I just want somebody to tell me in the message, why is it always a bunch of videos of us causing chaos when we show up somewhere? It's a lot of us that have home training. And I know certain situations can get frustrated. I got pulled over by the police out here. I done got stopped several times, searched. It's frustrating, but I still have to know how to handle myself in a professional manner. I always have the option to leave. You always have the option to leave until you don't have the option to leave. I don't want to be presented with the option not to leave. So I'm always execute the option to leave. It ain't that serious for me. I don't own them clubs. When I open up my own club, it's different. You leave. These properties that I rent, I don't own them. But when I buy my properties, you leave. If you want to change the narrative, then change the situation, change the scope of things. But if you just gonna goddamn get drunk, complain, go do what you're gonna do, wake up tomorrow, and then go do the same thing, then you the problem. But hey, who we kidding? We know you're gonna tell yourself you're not the problem. So we ain't even gonna go into that problem. We up out of here, man. I love y'all, man. Hit that like, that subscribe, that follow button, man. It's your guy, Mailman. We rocking with me, man. We rocking with me. Because I'm rocking with y'all. I love y'all. We up out of here, baby.